Yeah, what's poppin'? It's your boy Smrack. You already know, from the soul. I am Hassan. Shout out to my brother Tiger, you know what I'm saying? You already know, support my bro Tiger because he official, you know what I'm saying? He my Korean brother, he always supported me. So casamida on that, you know what I'm saying? You already know, we on R&T, real nigga time. You already know, you can't copy respect. Smrack.
Hey, yo, Ice-T in the building out here in Jersey at this battle rap situation, representing from the soul, all right?
Yo, man, shout out to the bro, man, Tiger, man.
Wolf.
Personally, man.
Know it.
Two halves, man.
Yeah.
Nigga, whole, man, got to be from the soul. That's what I know. That's something God love, man. So, yeah. That's the only way it can be done, man. It should be done, hear me? From the soul, you hear me?
What's up? This is Mel coming live from the suburbs of Shaolin. Y'all already know. Shout out to Tiger, and the show is From the Soul. Right.
Yo, we here from the soul, baby. My nigga Tiger got it. Yeah!
And so when I'm gonna stick to this topic with hip hop, then like you know one person that you've been going after a lot, I feel like, is Mysonne.
Mysonne.
And I in my eyes, I feel like I seen him in the forefront of a lot of these, the presses and like for the people. Like I was there. You know what I mean? And I from the outside looking in, I could be like to you too, Hassan, like, yo, you got ill perspective, dope perspective, where like people, you know what I'm saying, that people could like, shift their thinking just because of what you're saying. But I could also say, yo, you're not there too. You're not. Yeah, you're talking about it, but are you with the kids? Are you there too? Like, because I feel like they're like, my son is like really there, like in the forefront. Like,
Mysonne is a scripted actor.
well,
he's a scripted actor.
Why do you say that? I don't understand that. Like,
Well, Jesse Jackson was there too, right?
no, he wasn't that time. It was like some police station.
Jesse Jackson was. Jesse Jackson was doing the same thing Mysonne was doing for years. He's government. Al Sharpton, who created Tamika Mallory, which is
She was there.
Yeah, Tamika Mallory, which is the boss of Mysonne. That's Tamika Mallory is Al Sharpton's protege. Al Sharpton is an FBI informant. He works for the government, right? So what you have to understand is Al Sharpton was the one who started this. When there's a dead body from the police, there's a bag, there's a body, there's a budget. We call them grave chasers. Instead of fighting for what's going on in the community, they only fight when they see there's a budget and the police shooting and they think they can get a bag. So what happens is they find themselves getting donations, they find themselves getting grants from the government, they find themselves getting money through lawsuits because they get these lawyers to target the government, and then you see the parents of the dead on the news screaming out, hold up, wait a minute. Like Tamir Rice's mother, y'all used us. When they wake up, see, this is not just me no more. Now you got the mother, like Tamir Rice, the mother of the deceased, saying, hold up, get your hand out of my pocket, y'all frauds.
Really?
Yeah, this is the mothers of the deceased. So this ain't me no more. Now see, you got Black Lives Matter, which is the people who have their children murdered. And then you have Black Lives Matter, the corporation / LGBTQ community that's coming in and infiltrating. They come in when your child is murdered, overshadow you and your child, act like they fighting for you and your child, and then run away with a budget in the bag. This is why you seen these cats go from living in neighborhoods where they could barely pay their rent, living off of Section 8, to turning around and they living in condos and houses and driving the best cars with no job. The best cars with no job. So when you start to wake up and say, hold up, something just ain't right. If it ain't about it's all about the money, man. And that's the bottom line to that. This summer, this year, has been the worst murders we've ever seen.
Right. In New York City.
You ain't see Mysonne and them nowhere around to be found. Now what they coming out, what they're doing is because the government is sponsoring certain groups around the city, talking about put the guns down, gloves up, or whatever the case may be. There's certain groups, and shout out to some of the brothers in them because they're legitimate, but at the same time, this is a game. It's all about the bag. There's a budget where checks are being cut, where niggas is acting like they're doing something. But the reality of it is, when dudes is running around faking, talking about let's hold the corner stores accountable. How you gonna hold a corner store, right, which is some of your family? So if somebody gets shot in front of the Chinese restaurant, we're gonna hold the Chinese restaurant accountable for the shootings that's going on outside? They in there cooking, minding their business. And one half of the time, they living under siege and scared to death, because I know in Bronx River, Chinese people used to come in our building back in the days, and some of the brothers used to have bean. When niggas didn't even have guns, they had bean shooters, where they put them hard-ass beans in it and shoot them with the beans till they get the food up for free. Wow. So you got these people living in fear, selling food in the community, but they supposed to be held accountable? No, that's not what you do. What you do is, when you know, because everybody knows who's committing the crimes in the community, what you do is, you go to the homes of those gangbangers or those stick-up kids and you talk to their parents. Fuck is you talking about talking to the bodega, the Arabs? For what? They not the cause of the problem. Your children is. That's deflecting. Nobody wants to get to the root of the problem. We want to blame everybody else. Now we're going to blame the corner stores. You know why? Because black people in the hood don't have a corner store. You know, so that's the thing right there. We don't have no stores, so we're going to blame everybody else. So what that is a tactic. So when a body drops in front of a store, all right, now we're going to figure out a way to boycott you or extort you. I didn't drop that body. Your community did. I'm just eating off of your community because you're too dumb to open up your own stores. See how that works? Damn. Here you can feel the sting of the truth in it.
I don't know, man.